Hi friends, Mario Cavallo here. This is part 2 of my update. Today is 2020 leap year. Happy leap year, everybody. February 29th. Here I am in Shenyang, China. And this is part 2 of my update regarding the coronavirus situation. As I said to you quickly in part 1, here in China, the virus spread has peaked and is declining. Across the vast majority of China, there has been no new cases for a week to 2 weeks, like where I am here in Liaoning province, down in Guangdong, okay, Guangzhou, etc., etc., Shanghai, no new cases for many, many days, you see? So the ember's dead. We let the ember die. We didn't let it spread, and now the ember has died, and it's dead forever. Gone, goodbye. You see how that works? That's what we did, and it wasn't easy, because we shut everything down. My wife, my son, my beautiful boy, my mother-in-law, everybody. Okay, we've been all home. Everybody I know, Chinese, foreigners, hundreds of thousands of foreigners, I know every one of them agrees with what I'm telling you. China's done a magnificent job. Any anti-China crap you're listening to, stop listening to it. And if you're one of those anti-China people, you know what? You're a loser and you're a liar. So screw you. Okay? Now, I'm about to tell you in part 2 who one of those people are. And that is Dr. Marc Siegel and Tucker Carlson with Fox News. And I also don't like Laura Ingram's attitude. And all the people on Fox and Friends, oh, you don't trust China. The only friend you have on planet Earth right now is China. We're the only ones who did anything right. I'm looking at a shit show over there of how I'm seeing the governments respond and experts respond to what's happening, okay? You listen to exactly what the WHO guy said the other day when he had his press conference, that China did a magnificent job and that if he caught the virus, he'd like to be in China. Okay? There's no politics in that. Now you listen to me, Dr. Marc Siegel. I demand this man be fired from Fox News, okay? First of all, last week when I saw him on Tucker Carlson, he was a disgrace. He was rattling. He's a medical professional. He's the Fox News resident doctor. This guy's a moron, okay? His anti-China rhetoric was idiotic, and China has proven him to be dead wrong. Everything he said, the man's a disgrace, okay? Now, today, I hear him on one of the shows, whatever it was, Fox and Friends, I don't know which one, doesn't matter, okay? And Geraldo Rivera specifically said to him, I don't have one in front of me. You know, a mask, one of those nice cloth masks. And Geraldo said, hey, Dr. Marc, I'm going to use this mask. Why do I need to wear a mask? Is it to protect myself from you or to protect you from my germs? And Dr. Marc Siegel said, you only need to wear a mask to protect other people from you if you're sick. If you are sick, you put on a mask, and then if you sneeze or cough, etc., it helps to block because when you normally sneeze and cough, folks, those germs go out 3 to 6 feet, even further. You with me? So that's right. And Geraldo said, well, should I wear one? And Dr. Marc Siegel, now this is after 8 weeks of everybody knowing about all the characteristics of coronavirus, which I described to you in part 1, and I described to you again here. Dr. Marc Siegel said, you only need to wear a mask once you get sick. Otherwise, it's completely useless and a waste of time. Well, and Geraldo and Dr. Siegel went back and forth a little bit on this, and he said, so that's it. In the end, you only need to wear a mask if you get sick. This is like the CDC or the WHO telling you this, which if you did, you'd want to take the CDC and the WHO, line them all up, and throw them all in jail for incompetence and negligence. And that's what Dr. Marc Siegel did. What a freaking idiot this guy is. And he's on national TV as a medical professional advising Americans. What did I tell you in part 1? What we've known about the coronavirus for weeks. Do you realize that what China did in bringing this virus under control in the last month gave the world a window of opportunity to avoid the virus? They did it for humankind, and they did, not for politics, not to mention for their own people first, okay? For the world and for everyone, for human beings. It's nothing to do with politics or the government. It's to do with moms and dads and babies and kids and grandmas and grandpas, okay? Please. All right. So this is exactly what happened. And the characteristics of coronavirus and the time window that China gave the world to understand how coronavirus works is very clear. It's very nasty. It's much more nasty than a flu bug. It likes lung tissue. It likes to cause pneumonia. Okay? 20% of patients get severe pneumonia. 10 to 20% of those patients, and the majority of them are older, elderly people with existing health conditions, are kind of weak, and they die. So 2 to 4% death rate. Okay? So, but younger healthcare workers have died as well in Wuhan. Okay? 9 so far. That's a lot. And they were like 29, 33 years old. They were young people. So this is a very nasty virus. It's not anything like a flu. Okay, and you know, I do respect Rush Limbaugh over the years. I'm a conservative. I like what most of these people say, but when it comes to this virus, they're all proving themselves to be idiots. They're saying some really, really stupid stuff that you need to know isn't true. And I'm on this guy's ass right now, Dr. Marc Siegel. This guy should have his license taken away. I want to see a retraction from Fox News of what this idiot said on the TV today to the American people, okay? Because we know about the virus, specifically and exactly the personality of the virus. We know what it is, the personality and the character of the virus. It causes the pneumonia, 20% severe in 20% of patients, okay? And it spreads rapidly. It's very contagious. And for an average of 2 weeks, people are carrying it and don't know. They don't have any symptoms. It's what's called asymptomatic pathology. Oh, I sound like a doctor now, don't I? Well, I'm smarter than that jerk, okay? He's on there talking about when you should wear a mask. So now, considering what I just told you, do you realize what this jerk said? Okay? This is a medical professional for Fox News advising moms and dads and kids in the United States of America. That's who you're listening to. Mainstream legacy media, Fox News. And he said, you only need to wear a mask to prevent the spread of the germs when you're sick. He said, wear a mask. And Geraldo said, and in summary, wear a mask only when you're sick. I'm Dr. Siegel, and I'm a fucking moron. Excuse my French. Okay? You see? Obviously, from what I just told you, the guy is completely wrong. How can that be after all these 8 weeks before going on Fox News? When I go on a show, I get my talking points and I review all the details of what I'm going to say before I go on the show, because I've been appearing on CGTN. I got interviewed by South China Morning Post. I went on Channel News Asia Singapore radio show. I check my talking points and my facts of what I'm going to say on the show before I go on. Apparently, the resident doctor of Fox News giving advice to American people didn't do that before he went on the air. How can that be? How can that be? I'm more competent and thorough than this guy. I'm not even a doctor. You see the problem? So, this guy, in Italian, we say a bad word. He's a gavone, all right? So, this guy, we got to get rid of this guy. Okay, I better see, I'm telling you, I demand it. Please work with me. Go all over Twitter and social media and demand a clarification from Fox News, and tell Fox News to fire this guy. Okay, he's incompetent, negligent, and endangering American people with what he said on the TV show there, and he should be ashamed of himself. Okay? Let me be clear here. Make sure I'm taking a minute here to gather my thoughts, make sure I don't forget what else it is that I want to tell you. All right. That's it. That's everything. So you see why you got to wear a mask, okay? If the virus goes into your area, part of what you got to do is wear a mask. It's not fun, but you got to do it. Now, that's a real problem in America because there's a shortage of masks. America is... You guys are not as prepared for this as you think you are. So I'm telling you as individuals, don't pay attention to what all these medical professionals say. Just listen to me, okay? I'm here. We went through this. We're still going through it. My son, he's still not in school. School's still shut. Okay? The businesses are just opening up here in China, but it's been a month. Okay? So I told you in the previous video, you got to go camping. I meant go camping. All right? You got to wear a mask. You got to understand, once the virus hits your area, You got to start assuming there's people around you who may have been in touch with other people who don't have symptoms, who gave it to them, and they don't have symptoms. And then it bounces around. And then all of a sudden, boom, 400 people out of the blue like that in Iran. And what is it, like 20 already dead? And I don't know what's going on there. That's unusual. And then in Italy, boom, all of a sudden, oh, we got a few here, 50 there, 20 here, 30 there in the Italian hill towns, and now it's 900. Okay? And South Korea, 100 cases with that church, those people. Why? Because they don't listen and cooperate with the government like we do here in China. Okay? Because we respect the government. Okay? It's a different thing here. We care here about community, not just always your frickin' individual rights. Get over it. You got no individual rights when you're 6 feet under pushing daisies. You understand me? You got nothing if you don't have a good community and a society. You got to make some sacrifice for your community and your society. That's not communism. That's just like life in a city, like civic duty. That's an American concept too, right? So give me a break. Skip the politics, okay? So as soon as you realize the virus is in your neighborhood, that's when you got to start thinking about all this stuff, meaning infections in your city. Because it can go from 30 to 900 like that. And then 900 like South Korea today, 600 more cases. Now they're up to 3,000. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? And this is what happened in Wuhan. Okay? And Wuhan is still a nightmare. Okay? The cases are going down in Wuhan. But Wuhan was peaked at like 3,000 cases a day, new cases a day. And thank God, because of the measures here in China, that's been steadily going down. So 3 or 4 days ago, it was in the 400s per day. And today and yesterday, it was in the 300s new cases per day. So it's steadily declining down, the embers burning out. But you understand that this was hell, what these people have gone through being quarantined, a whole city being severely locked down. Severely. Not like we did self-quarantine where we're locked down, but it was voluntary, cooperative. In Wuhan, it's no, you're locked down. Don't leave your apartment. Bad stuff, difficult stuff, necessary stuff. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. So it starts with you going camping and realizing what that mentality, right? No reason to panic when you're going camping. Just go camping. Isolate yourself. Same idea. Okay? Pay very close attention to hygiene and don't realize that that person 3 days ago may have gotten in touch with somebody who got in touch with that person 4 days ago who was hanging out with the guy from China who was from Wuhan on the holiday 2 weeks ago. And you get the virus. And nobody has any symptoms. And I'm not screwing around here. Okay? You can see from the numbers what I've said, how all of a sudden it mushrooms. Okay? So if it hits your city, realize all of these protocols and that the mask's absolutely necessary. All right? And damn that Dr. Marc Siegel and Fox News. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So, all right, I'm going to stop right there. All right, folks, God bless you. Take care. Be good. You got any more questions for me? You know where to find me. All right? Comments on YouTube, my Facebook channel, WeChat official account, my Douyin account. I'm around and I'm available. God bless. Bye.